The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Time to determine who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. The conference championship is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to him. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They're going play action. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw it on first down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
This throw is caught. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. 70 Lion. Go.
Running for the first time with a Tennessee rookie. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Set.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins start off well to tie things 7-7. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Back to 60. Back to 60.
2nd and 3. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Check, stop there. Check, stop there.
Simple dive up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Trying to push this past the marker. Escapes a defender. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the 1st instead. They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. So we're through one here in the AFC title game. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Miami in just a moment. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance. They'll try and punch it in. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
One after, up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
The give here on 2nd. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Another carry for him. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Back-to-back carries here. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins tie things up at 14. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Hauled in left side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Handoff now from the gun. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Kaiir Elam getting there for the stop. Second and 4. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Give him 32 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. Working inside the red zone. Headed out right. This one's caught. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. So a crazy first half has finally reached the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins trailing in the early going. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to the well again. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Hut, hut.
They give it to him again. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Viking 18, go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
60 by 6, 60 by 6.
On first down, they'll run. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He stopped at the 17. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins earn the chance to tie before halftime. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Looking to tack on the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Here's 2nd and 7. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Pass play now. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before going out. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. They'll try and throw it here. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. He brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. They're passing. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take the lead just before halftime. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Ready? Cougar 19. Go.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45.
Here we go, set.
He's back to throw. He put everything he had into this one. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Shut up. 70 Lions.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he works through a lane for a gain up to the 30. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Able to find Hawkinson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Getting out to his left. He finds Tigakonkwo for the grab. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And now the Bengals have it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot. Right, he's got great what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to the...
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's tackled for a short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Launches one deep downfield. Toward Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Bengals get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is clean, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Here's 2nd and 2. He's got it over the middle. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They get 6 and a first down as well. 18, looking for a throw here. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They're going play action. He sends this one to the end zone. And a catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision. But when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready? Warrior 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Trap 60. Trap 60. Go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Working quickly here. On 1st down, it's Richardson. On the move, headed right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And now the Bengals have it!
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again, in a massive sack on 1st down. That's the right way to begin this series defensively. Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Bengals with it, 1 quarter from continuing their postseason run. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Bengals keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals continue piling onto this lead.
Dolphins 21. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. Returns looking good so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Flush down now to his left. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bengals get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Escapes out to the left. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They go play action on 1st. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did. And, of course, is the throwaway.
And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
3rd down from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
Butker knocks it through. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. The running back gets it on the draw. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Has the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins making the scoreboard look a touch better. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
19, sorry, go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go, set.
Now looking to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Throwing deep for the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, check that, street. Check go.
2nd and 10 now. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Dolphins get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
Buys time, rolling right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Brought in right side. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Looking right, and he finds him.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
The handoff on 3rd and short. Broke through the tackle. Crosses the 35, still got more room. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Richardson. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. Here's Richardson. Dumps it off to his running back. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
Running back sent in motion.
Check up.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And he is stopped a long ways from that line to gain. They force a turnover on downs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Hurry-up offense now as time runs down. They'll run for this. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
All right, one more snap to play here.
19, Tiger. Set up. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Last thing, 19. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Ready.
One final shot here. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left. So positive notes at the very end in this loss. The Dolphins putting up points in a game decided. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will
And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And they'll raise that